Alrighty. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, Chucklefucks. How we doing? How are we fucking doing? Ooh, we got in here. Let's see here. We got Gnome and Ginger. Crack. I'm gonna discourage doing crack, but fuck it, it's your life. You do what you want to do. I can't stop you. So, alright, well, since nobody else has posted anything inside of the submissions, I'm going to go ahead and close them today. There we go. Alrighty. Just checking out. Hey, what's up, Bear? Alright. Got a small list to go over here today. So that means I have a little bit more time to go more in depth on what needs to be improved, or for me to shit on. My favorite thing. So we might give some people here just a few minutes to get tuned in. But yeah, we got some decent stuff I'm looking forward to checking out there. Just as a little precursor to doing all the roasts, I'll show you a little project I started working on. I got inspiration to start doing a few different Helldivers vehicles after I did the Super Destroyer a long time ago. I kind of thought, you know what, fuck it. I'm gonna make an automaton tank that just has a one-shot laser. I really want to make an Eagle, but just forgive me for how cursed it is trying to get it to work. That's the problem. Because of how it's laid out with the engines being up there and trying to make it big enough to fit a gun, because I've refused to do spin clipping. Refuse to do spin clipping because I have higher standards than that. It's just not very stable. It doesn't fly very good because if I have the engine output up here, it just immediately noses straight down into the water. And yeah, it's just... Eagle is going to be a big project that's going to require a lot of deco coping, unfortunately. But either way, it is what it is. So. Alright, well, maybe you just need steam jets to get that speed. Dude, it's the fact that there's so much stuff cram-packed into what the Eagle can do. There's just no way I can do it making it as small as it is. There's no way without spin clipping, and I'm not spin clipping, so I've had to put all these stabilizers up in the front just to try and get it to control a little bit better. I mean, I don't think I'm going to be able to get it to go anywhere as fast as the Eagle actually goes, just because of all that. Keen to see Helldivers stuff. That would be sick. Yeah, the automaton tank shouldn't be all too bad. And then I'm thinking about making that automaton tank also come with a dropship. So the dropship comes in and drops off the tank. So the tank shouldn't be all too bad. I've just gotten the general shape going right now. It's going to be a slow firing laser, kind of like what it is in the game. And I also plan on stuffing a nuke in here somewhere, so once you get into the guts of the thing and make it twice the size. What, the Eagle or the tank? I have a tendency to make tanks pretty small. But either way, that's enough talking about that. We're here for the roast, so it doesn't look like anybody else is going to be tuning in here for a moment. So we'll go ahead and get started. So we will start from the top with the AFV-49. What is this? This looks like... I think this is one of No One's designs. Jesus Christ, you want to talk about a flat fucking turret. Christ. Thing's a fucking pancake, but I guess that makes it hard to hit, I suppose. Let's see, we got a 50 mil firing... 625 RPM. Okay, so he's got that maxed out as much as he can. Well, no, not quite. He can go all the way like that. And get a little bit more out of it. Still be able to use a 1-meter auto loader. And a little tube. Decent decos. The camera's a little scuffed because of how squished it is, but and definitely I would recommend doing a missile deco so the fins don't stick out of there all too much. Doesn't need to be anything too terribly fancy. You got your smoke launchers. Still my personal preference of not having the heavy armor exposed on the outside, but that's personal preference, nothing else. You got your viewports. I would recommend instead of the like LED light or whatever, use the interface screen from Cram. It works better as a little viewport. I like the little trim you got around missile interceptors there. The lights. Let's see here. Oh, you got the little props. Are these real? I don't think so. Okay, how much is this thing? 58,000. Good God, it's real expensive for an IFE, but I suppose it has. Let's take a look at those internals. Christ! I want to talk about the amount of material. Oh, yeah, it does hold 51,000 materials. Jesus Christ. This thing is definitely cram-packed, but that's tanks for you. Don't really. It's just a basic injector engine with no exhaust. It's just a bunch of coolers to offset that. I can understand that. What are these, belt feds? I'm going to tell you right now, no one. The Tetris, this is not how it works. If you have an ammo intake, you have to have the ammo intake on the clip. Oh, wait. Do you not? Hang on. Because I always thought you have to have the intake on the clip itself. Hold on. We need to go over to the land. I need to go over to the land. I gotta look at this. Because it's looking like... I've never seen it before. That it fills up the clips if you have it on the... Yeah, it has clips. Well, it's full. Fire it for a little bit. Now let's go take a look. Does that have any? Okay. 37, 37, 37. Huh. Doesn't seem to be reloading them. Yeah. Doesn't seem to be reloading those clips. Okay, so no. Yeah, the fire rate's pretty high, but that's just because it's... Yeah, it's not reloading those clips. Okay, so that's what I thought. They don't refill the clips unless you have an ammo intake on it. So, in other words, this is you spawn it in whenever it has max ammo. You give it ammo, and then you hope you kill whatever you kill before the mags run out of ammo, because then you can't, Well, that's why I was waiting there for a minute, is because I know it takes a second for it to start reloading, but it's not reloading. Wait. No? Oh, yeah, it is. What the fuck? That's still scuffed to me. I always put my ammo intakes on the mag, because I wanted to reload directly into there. That's weird. I've never tried that before. Now their next IFE, a really goddamn fat Bradley. Brother. You gotta work on your proportions here. Well, actually, the front looks more like an M113. But, brother, you gotta work on your proportions some. Like, look how fat the hole is in comparison to how small the turret is. You gotta make it look more proportional. This just looks off. This just looks so off. I think the basic details you got are fine. Also, I would recommend, instead of using the just a pole for this, use the, let's see here, hex. Do like a hexagon alloy. Makes it look more like an actual bolt is holding down the plate. Same thing with the viewports on this. I'd recommend doing the interface screen. I think they look a little bit better. Like, let me just interface screen. Boop. And then we'll pull that back a little bit more. It looks more like an actual viewport, and if you really wanted to get fancy with it, what you could do is copy, paste, we go to your whatever the fuck your color is. I'm gonna assume that. Then we're gonna just do hollow, which is just a box, and expand that out. And then you could do the material override and do something like a bleak for its outer trim to make a little rim around it. Simple, doesn't take much. Okay, how much is this thing? 45,000, so a little bit less than the last one. You got the ramp and door at the back. Overall turret shaping isn't too bad. I would recommend decoing the barrel, and if you deco the barrel, you can deco it up a little bit. That way it looks like the barrel's actually coming out midway on the turret instead of it being all the way down here. Because it does look a little bit off being down there, with the barrel just being down there at the bottom, and then you could adjust the mantlet. Little dude sticking out of the viewport. This could use a little bit of work, just because, I'd kind of like to see that be hollow in order to actually have the missile in there. Let's take a look at those internals, why don't we? I didn't mean to see that fucking spin block having a spastic attack. This looks pretty much almost the same. A little bit different Tetris, but what have we got? Needs 4 intakes. Yeah. Tetris could use a little bit of work, but I don't think too much about scuffed Tetris technically when it comes to tanks, just because you don't have a lot of room. Ships where you have room, yeah, I'll be a bit more particular with the Tetris. I think if the turret was 2 times the size, it would look sick. Agreed. Like, so it could be proportional. That's the biggest downside to this. It's just, it's so... The base of this thing is so fat, and the turret is so small, it just looks like it's not supposed to be on it. That's something I've noticed you really need to work on, No One. It's just your proportions overall. Because even if the tank is really big, you make the hole really big. If you make the turret roughly about the same size, it looks a bit better. Plus, then you can also stick more armor on it, too, so it doesn't get knocked out as easily. Alright. Those two are done. What is this? Oh. A fucking ICBM. Who is this from? Gold. I don't know who Gold is. Legally distinct Bradley. Yeah, no shit. Legally fat Bradley. Oh, I like the little camo on that. This is very basic, but I like this. Hang on. Let's do the funny here. Remove the decos. You know, honestly, it kind of looks bigger than really thought it did. Timu Bradley! Yes. Wireless snooper. Okay, so, no, this is you. Alright. Well, let's spawn in an enemy. I wish to see something get nuked. Here, let's head back out over the ocean. And we'll spawn in a poor marauder to get nuked. For old time's sake. Come here, boyo. Where is it? There you are. Okay. Random bullshit, go! What the fuck? Where did it go? Oh. Did it warp? Hold on. Or was I just tripping? It has a warp. I thought it did. Oh, hang on. I gotta repair this thing. No, repair it. No. Fuck. Hold on. Yes, it does have warp. What the fuck? That is so trippy. You're trying to shoot it down and all of a sudden it just Thanos snapped out of existence. And you're like, what the fuck? And then it appears above your ship just, bonjour. Hello there. I like that. It's simple, but it's funny. And now we got the, come on, it's slam. Let's see here. What is this thing? Why is it a basketball? What? Gnome, you've got some cursed shit. And honestly, I'm all for it. Can I just click? What even is this thing? What is this? Is this another, like, fucking suicide nuke? You like doing suicide nukes, don't you? Alright, hang on. I want to see this thing slam dunk on a marauder. Fucking Colby. God, that's so stupid. It's so fucking stupid. I love it. Oh my god. Just a fucking... Imagine seeing that in a campaign, too. Just imagine that. It's just all of a sudden you see a fucking wave of basketballs flying their way over to you. And then just all of a sudden it just bing! Right across your deck and detonates. It's just like, what? God. That's fun. I like that. Ooh, what is this? Okay, who is this from? This is from Ahmad Gamingsby. Bye. I don't know who that is, but either way, so 96k, it's relatively cheap. I saw the little SS thing. I'm assuming this is like a custom craft she were making for Steel Striders. Interesting missile launchers, but I don't hate them. I would do something a little bit more for the missile launch, like the actual hatch here. At least put some kind of like a hinge up at the top of that, so it looks like it has a place for it to pivot to open. Oh, the little guy playing the guitar. That's cute. Oh, you've even got a whole ass into it. God damn. Average Discord monitor. Or Discord moderator setup. Dude smoking a cigarette. God damn. Okay. What we got? Oh! It's a flamethrower! That would explain... How fast does this thing go? Hold up. Teleporting nuke balls, yes. How fast does this thing go? I want to see. It immediately went underwater. Here. You know what? Marauder. Come hither. I wish to see... Ooh, hang on. Huh. Very basic missile, but I like it. Very nice. Oh, and you even have the little, like, rail and intake. Oh, that's cool. I like that. Good job on that. Yeah, it is a very nice SS style. It's very basic. Good God, it's fast! Well, I guess it does have jet engines and is barely in the water at all. I want to see this thing fucking ignite this. Oh, yeah, baby, that's what I'm talking about. I've never really dicked around with flamethrowers because I've had no use for it, but... Oh, that is so satisfying. God! The fucking stream on that is beautiful. I love that. I love that so much. Oh, you've even got like a little light whenever... Oh, that's cool. I like that. Oh, you got like little stubby versions of that missile on a missile launcher. It does look a little bit off. Like, I feel like it should have a little bit more of like a rail of where it connects there, but other than that, that's not all too bad. I don't know how I feel about that intake there. It kind of looks a little bit off. You might try adding a little bit more depth to it or doing a different texture, because that just kind of looks off. No, there's not a whole lot that I could really say about this. This is a fun craft. This is cool. I like this. Especially a nice job on the interior, because I don't do interiors very well, so good work. KAE Behemoth. Is this a tank? Oh god, it's this thing that I saw and show off my designs. I think this was the same guy that made that Panzer tank that was like super fucking detailed. Yeah. Okay. Jesus. Also, I thought KE was Cringe's thing, which also, hello Cringe. 300, double barrel 300 mil, firing 7.8 RPM. Yeah, Cringe. KA Behemoth. We got a 133 up front with a 67 mil. We got 40 mils with... That's Ahmed's fan build. Oh! So it is meant for you. Oh, I love the little rails that he made for these little tiny missiles. I was cooking for this for months. Yeah, this is whack as fuck, but I really like it. I really like the turret design. It's very nice. God, you have another little 40 mil up there. Good God, the amount of guns on this thing. How expensive is it? Actually not as expensive as I was anticipating. That's the volume. Yeah, we could even use this in the Rulers of the Steel campaign, Cringe. It's even ammo ejected. Wow. Consider me surprised that you... At least that front one is. And the rear one, but not this one. I'm gonna build this in the Rulers of Steel. Dude, imagine that. Oh, these things are like real small Tetris, but understandable. I'm surprised they fire that fast. This is fucking cool. I like this. Overall design-wise on this is great. This is great. There's really not much I can add to this. It's just really fucking big. Maybe add a little bit more detail or a different texture for the like external fuel tanks you got here. Maybe that's really all I could think of, because I mean you've got enough details on it to where it looks full, but also I would recommend hiding all the brother, cover some of that up. Yeah, you have a few missed spots. That, I mean, they at least have armor. That, I don't know. Yeah, you chose to hop in at the perfect time, Cringe. You were right. Yeah, other than that, this is actually really cool. I like this a lot. This is great. Hell yeah. Some fuel cans and tools could go hard. I agree. That would go very well, especially if they're like, especially if they were like hanging off the sides. Oh god, we gotta go to the land for this one. This is another one. I think this was this the third one of No One's Designs? I think it was. Excuse me, third one. I gotta make sure I didn't do. Yeah, I think it's his third one. So I'm only doing 3 of everybody's each time to make sure I have time for everybody. Okay, M8 Recon. Good God, you have a lot of fucking... Bro, I think they're having a few fucking issues. Oh my god! All I can imagine right now is just the Gmod hitbox sound effect as that thing is bouncing out. Oh my god, that is fucking funny. Damn. What's this little thing? Oh, I like this. Big fucking gun. 0.1 RP. It's a 500. I'm gonna assume this is a diff gun. Yes, this is a diff gun. Big fuck off AP HE. I would honestly make that AP heat if it was me, but big fuck off one shot gun with the mother tank of its turret is a little bit more proportional on this one, still a bit small, mainly on width. Overall length of the turret is fine. But the width of the turret is a little bit too small. Still looks a little bit unproportional, and it kind of seems a bit flat, but that also just, that is fine. Honestly, we could deal with that just fine. Techris, what's up? How's it going? Welcome in. Rear end on this looks pretty similar to the first tank. Still got your fuel tanks and the wood on the sides. I would recommend adding some like texturing to your side panels here. Make it look like like the little gaps or ridges in between the panels. That way it doesn't look like one just giant solid piece of metal all the way across. It looks like panels that could be replaced, taken off, whatever, side skirts. Let's take a look. You've got a 200 mil firing 32.4 RPM. Same thing with the viewports as I said before. I feel like you could use something up here. I'm not exactly certain what. Might be able to put some kind of different like detection thing above the barrel. Oh god. The children are getting flung around. Let's see here. Let's take a look at those internals. I'm assuming the engine's probably going to be about the same. Yeah, the engine's about the same. Alright, pretty standard Tetris for tanks. Nothing I can really say about it. That's alright. It has children, they're cracked out of their mind. Yes! Any plans to bring back Wench's Wackies or not? Honestly, not really. Because after a while, I kind of got tired of doing it. And they're just... And also, just... Everybody was wanting me to do a fucking battle carrier. And I'm like, god damn it, I don't want to do a battle carrier. I fucking hate those. I remember you in the comments saying you were going to make an APS guy. When's that coming out? It's still going to be a bit. It's in the works. But it's just... It's so time consuming. And also I'm trying to distance myself from FTD for a little bit. Because... not play as much of it. Because I got a little bit burnt out on it. So... doing some of it here and there. Plus, I've been playing a fuck ton of Vintage Story with Cringe. That's been really fun. I'm going to be putting out a video on Vintage Story, just like our beginner's experience whenever we didn't know what the fuck we were doing, just to see if anybody actually wants to see a series on that. And if they do, then we'll do one. But the children are getting fucking obliterated. But yeah, not too many complaints, just a few things that I noted on that. And your children. God. Alright. Tempest Class Gen 2. Okay. Let's check this out. Out here. Tempest Class Gen 2. Okay. Ah! Fucking... Let me just look at the goddamn thing. Thank you. Fucking camera update. Okay. I think I remember talking about this certain design before, or this certain color palette, making the deck a little bit of a darker matte green, and not so much of a more vibrant green, but I do like the way that the green does pop with the rest of the ship, instead of it just being another gray deck. This looks a little thick for your wave breaker or whatever the fuck they call it. I do like all your details up here in your anchor chains. You might add like a hollow tube that those chains go into, so they actually look like they go into something. The barrel on this looks a little small. I understand it's a 105, but I'd make it just a little bit bigger because it looks kind of weird with it being so small. I would also recommend moving the barrel, or at least decoing the barrel a little bit farther down. Not by much, but a little bit farther down because it looks a little bit high up on the manlet to me. Alright, we'll take a look in here. Not really much for interior. Don't blame ya. I don't do interiors either. What about down here? Nope. Ooh. I don't know if that's holes supposed to be there, but... eh. Interesting exhaust, but I don't hate it. I do like all the kind of rigging and stuff that you got up here. Torpedo launchers could use a little bit more detailing. Do like at least that you put the hatch here on the back. Okay, good. You disabled the default missile deco. That fin's still phasing through the rail, but nah, you know, you can look past that. Decent details back here. Some flares. Okay. How much is this thing? 113. Not bad. Oh my god. Jesus Christ! Oh! Oh no. Brother. Brother. Also, what the fuck was that shell? This shell gives me great pain. You are completely neutering your heat effect by having that frag war body in there. Also, putting that Sabo head at the back ain't doing you any favors. If you're gonna do a full heat shell, do a full heat shell. Do it like this, and at the very least, put like maybe a visible tracer on it to help increase your accuracy, or even do something like an AP heat. So, and you might even decrease it a little bit more, just to get some more velocity out of it. And we can adjust that a little bit more, so we're optimized. It's good to see you were optimizing with the propellant amount. That's good there, but that shell was not going to be doing you any favors. Let's see here. That is an abomination of a shell. That's what I'm saying. Like, good God, man. There's also the added factor of you have no recoil absorption. Not only does that rock your entire ship way the fuck back, but that also significantly decreases your accuracy. And also, now that we kind of downsized the shell a little bit, fires a little bit faster, so you got 88.6 RPM. But the problem is now, you have no recoil absorption. No bitches. But here is something that you can do to help that. See all this room you got underneath? And these open spaces you got here in the center? This Tetris is a little bit scuffed because of the way that you did it, but you could still make it work. Why isn't my messages not going through? I don't know what you're talking about. This is only your second message in chat. I don't know if somebody's pinging me in Discord because I have it muted while I'm on stream. But either way, back to what I was saying. To get the recoil absorption mixed in here, you can actually just put coolers, or not the coolers, but the connectors here, and utilize this empty space. Try utilizing it as much as you can. So like even just right there, we have almost half the recoil absorption we need. So kind of just come over here again. Do that. How much recoil absorption do we have? Almost enough. So then let's put a 3 meter here on each side. Bam. Now we have full recoil absorption. So not only did you increase your accuracy, you increased your shell speed, and you also increased the amount of damage that your shell is going to do. So, that's what I would recommend doing for that. And you can obviously change the color of the tracer. But your accuracy is also now only 0.02 instead of 0.4, which is fucking terrible. It's going up to 0.49. Oh my god. Yeah, no. Work on those shells, buddy. Work on those shells. Because that combo you had did not work. Also, I see something else here too. Notice how the velocity on your shell speed here whenever you're looking at the gun is 493. But you look here and it says its expected muzzle velocity is 871. There is a minimum barrel length that's needed. Now, for granted, the barrel length just had to go up because I added more gunpowder casings, to be fair. But if you want to get that maximum velocity out of it, you have to make the barrel the minimum length, which you'll see here in the gun requirements. Right above the clip length required, it says barrel length needed for full propellant burn is 7.1 meters. So that means it needs to be 8 meters long. And right now, it's only 3. So theoretically, if we were to come here, and you could deco hide the barrel or make it actually that long, now you see we have the full 871. Tekris, you could submit your craft in the Discord channel, in the Wrenches Wreckfest channel, but submissions are closed for today, so anything that you submit will be reviewed next Sunday whenever I do the stream. And it looks like the stream's starting to buffer a little bit. Yep, a little bit. Gotta join. Yeah. Just in case you don't have link to the Discord, let me help you out, and I will do this. There you go. There's that, and I'll go ahead and pin the message. So, there you go. If any of you want to join the Discord so you can submit stuff for the rest of the different Wrenches Wreckfest stuff, join the Discord server, and you can submit it there. I do these Wrenches Wreckfest every Sunday, 11:30 CTE for an hour, because that's about all my internet can fucking handle before its bitrate decides to shit out. It's wonderful. I love it. And you can submit up to 3 per Sunday, like for a certain session. So, and if you submit any more than 3, then after the third one, the other ones you submitted will not get reviewed, because I'm only doing 3 just so we have time to get through everybody's stuff. Alright. Well, other than those notes, it looks pretty nice. I liked it. Dang, if I wasn't a state away from my computer, I would have submitted this replica. Yeah. That's alright. You got next Sunday. It wasn't working in the bio. I clicked the message. Now it works. I'm in the Discord now. Okay, there you go. Yeah, sometimes, because I have it to where it has a limit on how many people could join a certain link, just because I'm worried about potential bots coming in and flooding the fucking server. So I kind of limit on how many people and how long certain links are open for. So these streams, I'll leave that open forever, but it won't be available for absolutely ever. So anyway, to the land. Back to the land, because we have some more tanks to look at. So we have TGS Light Tank. This one is by TGS. That's simple enough. Look how small this thing is. It's so cute. It's only 8100. Oh my goodness. I mean, I know it's a bit small, but the turret still looks a little bit too small. I would have made it at least a little bit wider and a tad bit longer back to look a little bit more proportional. But I do like the overall design of the turret. I think the actual design and detailing of it, great. Especially for how small it is. 120 mil, firing 39 RPM. I'm going to assume this is belt fed. Oop, just place block. Yes, it is belt fed, and I see that you like lag. Using the... I always discourage using those just because it's extra shit that the game has to render in. It already struggles enough. I recommend not doing that. But I love how small this thing is. It's so cute. What does it look like without decos? Oh. Not too bad. An understandable amount of armor that's kind of like hidden and stuff on it, but overall it actually looks pretty similar to how it is. I can appreciate that. Just want to back in. Let's see here. What else can we do on this thing? The side skirts do seem a little bit big, or at least a little bit thick. Let's see here. My first tank is not very good, FYI. This is before I knew the clips made lag. Oh, this is yours, Gingers? Okay. But, yeah, no. You're definitely not doing that. Don't do the clips. The side skirts do seem a bit thick. I would make them a bit thinner. Maybe add some different plates up here in the front. Headlights are alright. Yeah, it's just a nice little small tank. These vents seem a little bit big. I would maybe do something a little bit smaller. Do it like that. Yeah, no, this is overall just a nice, cute little tank. I like it. And now we've go to the drastic other end of things. Fucking battleship. Summons battleship with mind. Ah, TGS Ginger Sparks. Okay, I get you, I get you. Alright, let's take a look at this thing. You shouldn't have. God damn. Let's look under here. Okay, okay. Are these up props? Yes. Lost a little bit of respect for that, but I can understand. Let's see, let's look at these guns. I love these turret caps. The simplistic look at it. Oh, even the base on that. Using the I'm assuming that's the large turbine end for that. That works actually really well. I might have to steal that. Sign on top of those looks good. I know it's not in the correct colors, but even though it's not in the correct colors, it still looks fucking phenomenal. 250 mils, firing, 13.7 RPM. You got enough recoil absorption. They are rail assisted. Goddamn, 20,000 per shot, I think. Yes. Damn. A little bit small of a caliber for a battleship, but fuck it. Size isn't always what matters. Oh, I like these little tiny missile turrets. I'm assuming these are missile interceptors. Yeah, missile interceptors. I made this before they had done this, so it's not quite as good. It's still fucking great. It may not be quite as good, but it's still nothing to scoff at. So you're good with your little Sea Whiz turret on the 40 mils. Not much of an interior, but I don't really blame you. God, I wish I could build good modern / futuristic style like this. Like my modern / futuristic stuff doesn't even look close, dude. It doesn't even look close. Like, I've been trying, but I'm not very good at it. Like, in comparison... No. This one's a no. That one's a yes. So, that was kind of the original fleet I was trying to do. It's not always the size of the gun. Kriegsmarine when designing Schonhurst. Yeah. Pretty much. More Sea Whizzes on the back. A little protection turret. Yeah. This is fucking great. I love this. How fast does this thing go? 3 meters a second. Press X to doubt. Oh, you don't have a wheel on here. That's mint. What do you mean? In comparison to yours, I don't think mine looks the greatest. Like, I think yours definitely blows mine out of the fucking water when it comes to looks. Okay, now let's see how fast this thing is. Why do I hear jets? What? Huh? What? What? Oh, Jesus Christ, that fuel engine. Oh, she's definitely a speedy lad. Although it's slowing down now. Let me get it to where it's not going to go into the land. We'll let her speed up, and we'll take a look at your Tetris in here. Maybe. I'm not sure on that pleek. We'll have to take a look at your armor. Okay, so this was still before you knew that the mags caused lag. What are you using for a shell? AP solid, HE. I wouldn't do the HE there. I would have done at least a, or at least replace that solid with a secondary heat charge. That would be more effective. But, oh, was that optimized? Oh, let me look if that was optimized. No, it was not. So, oh, and you're still, this was whenever you're still using the actual physical ammo customizer. Oh, motherfucker is definitely fast. That's for goddamn certain. Much faster than that piece of shit. That thing's guns would definitely rip this thing apart. Now, speaking of, what was your armor? Metal, metal, applique, metal. Yeah. Yeah, that armor is not very good, especially for a battleship. Anything with a decent AP gun will go right fucking through that. At least you have heavy armor on this one, but this one, the front one, I don't think you did. No, you didn't. Or at least down here you did, but not up here. Yeah. That applique is definitely not the best thing to have. Not great armor, no. Definitely needs some work on that. But cosmetically wise, yeah, much fucking better. Now, I will say the armor on this one is definitely fucking better. I can say that confidently. Yeah. Either way. Well, that's good that you've learned a lot since then. That's the important part. It's good to look back at where you came from. So, alright. Back to the Wreckfest. I'll show off more of the modern ships that I've got if you all want after we're all done. If we got a little bit of time. Alright, let's take a look at the helicopter. Ooh, I remember you teasing this one. Fuck yeah. It's a fat boy, but goddamn, I like him thick. Holy shit. Did you deco these? Oh, you did deco these. Look at those. That looks great. Oh, you even did like the little glass dome for the detection. Oh, that is sick as fuck. Basic cockpit. No, you've even got seating back here. Hell, he has a glass cannon. Well, that's what a lot of helicopters are, if we're going to be completely honest. I mean, they can't really take a whole lot. Are these actual props? Yeah, they are actual props. Like, my helicopter that I made recently, it's not even technically a real helicopter. It has an internal jet engine that keeps it up because I couldn't get the props to go big enough that I wanted, and it just was more armored. Overall, I like the cosmetics on this thing, though. How expensive is it? $37K, not as much as I thought it would be. 29 firepower, what do you got for this thing? 60 mil firing 219. I love these little missiles here. Fucking love it. There's your decos for them. Yeah, no, this looks great. Okay, I was about to say, if you didn't... that kind of bothers me with how they're intersecting there with the intakes. Fake props on spin blocks. Understandable. Because actual helicopters are so fucking vulnerable. So goddamn vulnerable. Love the design of it. That right there does bother me slightly. How it's phasing into that a little bit. I would honestly make these like circular or make it like the little small turbine or something for the intake, but that's a little personal preference. There's really not much else I can say about it. It looks great. Love it. I'd love to make like a 4 prop a 4-prop big mothership helicopter. Okay, so it looks like we got a sub. Who's the sub by? This is by Gnome. Hey, this is the first, like, somewhat conventional design I think I've seen from you, Gnome. That isn't completely and utterly scuffed or a fucking nuclear basketball. That is a sentence I shouldn't ever have to say. Nuclear basketball. Okay. So you at least got, like, kind of open spots for that. How expensive is this thing? Vary. But that's just... holy shit. I would work on these launchers a little bit. It does look a little bit off. Or, like, try and recess these... try and recess these hatches down a little bit more. Other than that, fairly conventional design. I even made, like, little rails for those to go on. Big fuck off propellers to propel the thing. Understandable. Let's take a look at those internals. Oops. I pressed Shift P too many times. Hold on. There we go. Okay. Direct drive. Understood. Not bad. I'm gonna tell you now, it is actually better if you were to, since this is a medium steam engine, use the small wheel. Like, hang on. Where's steam engine? Steam engine, steam engine. If you use the small wheel here, and then put another one here and belt it together, it's much, you lose a lot less, like, momentum and power by doing that instead of, using the axis shifters. So, keep that in mind for next time. It's much better to do it this way than it is to use those axis shifters. I'll look at the interior here in a second. I just want to get this point across. Use the belt to do that. Try to avoid using those axis shifters because you lose a lot of fucking power from that. Alright. Now, let's go look. You know what? Fuck it. Rambot. Oh, hello. What a beautiful view of a detection piece and nothing else. Okay. Oh, you different cameras and stuff in here. No! Don't take me up. Release me. Fuck. Okay. Missile buoys. This is an ancient design. This was originally built in 2021. Oof. Okay. Understood. God damn. Bank of ACBs. Oh, you know what? I kind of forgot the Spawnomatic interface. That actually works really well for like a control panel and something. I never even really thought of that. I kind of forgot that thing existed. Okay, well, good use on that. What about this? I'm constantly getting hit in the face by water. Ooh, missile bay. Don't want to be in here whenever they all go off, otherwise I'll be turned into a fucking Royal Crisp. Ammo bay. Oh, and the kitchen. Yummy. I fucking love brass for dinner. And AI. Oh man, this is a true robot's wet dream for a meal, I guess. And a nuke! Oh! Hell yeah! Although I prefer a nuclear basketball, so. And the whole engine room, fuel. Yeah, you really did go all out with the... I don't think you're supposed to get back here, but that was from me removing things, but... Alright, yeah, not bad. I like the whole interior. Definitely a lot more than I ever try to do, because I don't fucking try to do interiors, because I'm shit at them. And then this goes up to the top. Oh yeah, that's great. I like this. I like this a lot. Your the first conventional-esque design that you've put in. Uranium shards, yummy, my favorite. But yeah, no, this is, even though it's an old design, it still kind of holds up. I like it. Nicely done. Now you just need to make a sub that just launches those fucking basketballs. Just fucking have a sub that just releases a bunch of basketballs that come out of the water and straight towards the enemy. God, that... You know what you must do now, Gnome. Okay, and then we've got another design from Colton. Okie dokie here, buddy. Very good. You don't have any props exposed under here. Very nice, very nice. Great success. Just Marines, do you like the camera update? No. I'm not gonna say anymore. But, because I would go on a rant. So, no. I fucking hate the camera update. Anyway, on to more pressing things. See, Colton, that's something you've always been good at, I've seen. Your turret caps are typically pretty fucking good. I like this. I don't know about the rubber part there. Honestly, I would either just make that alloy or stone. But that's the only thing I can really say on the turret cap. Other than that, I love the detail and design of it. It's great. Missile launcher, about the same. It's alright. Overall design is alright. The hull could eventually use some work to kind of make it a little bit easier to smooth out, but that takes time. Same thing I said on the last one. Colton, it sounds like your engines are overheating. It's because they are. You need to get some exhaust on them, man. Or if you're not going to have any exhaust on them, give them enough cooling to where they don't try to kill themselves. Because that's going to seriously hinder you. Also, that is a fuckload of fuel, dude. Why? Was this built before the, was this built before they made all the materials, like, all the same, basically? Yeah, engine farts. Yeah, so with the update, I think what they did with changing the game engine actually did help. It made the game run smoother, and I am all for that. I think that was great. But changing all the camera controls when nothing was fucking wrong with it, making it more complex to be able to do anything, and the heinous crimes that they did to that Rambot, unacceptable. Fucking unacceptable. I think it was a terrible idea. But, anyway, back to this. Like I was saying on your other one here, I would recommend adding like a tube or something for those chains to be going down into. And then on this, you got a little 76 mils firing 86 RPM. Let's take a look at your Tetris. Still a little bit scuffed. You do not have any recoil absorption on it. You need to get recoil absorption on this. Like, it's not an option. You need to. Also, oh, you have it as a dual purpose. And I also wouldn't recommend putting your ammo all the way around. So, if this was built before they changed all the, like how the ammo and materials and everything works, I understand that that's pretty old and these numbers were probably more accurate then. But if not, you see right here where it says your weapon material usage is 951? That means you only need like 951 ammo. So you would probably just have like 1,000 ammo usage. That's all you need. You don't need to have any more. So all you're doing here is not only raising your cost, but you're also increasing the amount of explosiveness that your ship has whenever it gets hit. So don't overload it with a bunch of ammo, and especially don't overload it with a bunch of fuel. You only need 768, not almost 6,500 fuel. That's a bit fucking overkill. So limit the amount of materials that you have. The less that you can put in there of fuel and ammo, the better, because that means it's less explodey. Anyway, you need recoil absorption on this. And let's take a look at your shell. Ah, I see. If you're going to use the munition defense body, use the munition defense head. Using a heavy head is going to help you. Just use the munition defense head. Okay, and you've got it optimized. Okay, at least you got that. The frag also ain't gonna do you any good. If you're gonna go for a munition defense or munition defense shell, make it all munition defense. Because they get like a certain buff to project damage to projectiles. I hate that Wreckfest is only on Sunday, man. Well, Sunday is just the time that I have to be able to do it with what I've got going on and everything at work. So, it's the only time I got. So, I would try to stream more often if I had time and if my internet allowed, but it doesn't. I'm surprised it's been relatively stable today, and we've been going for over an hour now, so I'm kind of surprised now that I said that. It's probably about to shit itself, but I like that. Yeah, I like that it's dual purpose. I really like the turret cap design. I think it does look really good. Overall ship design, not bad. It's about the same as all of Colton's other ships, but that's not bad. I can see some places he's made improvements, but there's also places he needs to make improvements. Like, you still need to put recoil absorption on your guns. That is significantly hindering your accuracy by a lot. So, you got your few things to work on. Okay. And that was the last ship for today. Just Orange, what is your opinion on multiple crams on a spin block? Fire one, spins and fires another by a 360 turn. The first one reloads. Rapid fire crams. I think it's cool. I've never done anything personally to that because I really don't make any crams at all. Just because I fucking suck at crams. I'm going to be honest. I suck at them. I really don't use crams just because I don't like how slow they are. Yeah, they pack one hell of a punch, but yeah, I think people who could do it and make it cool and work well, great. More power to them. That's awesome. So, I mean, and I'm all for having basically the equivalent of a big old fucking cram minigun almost. So, or at least a revolver. I think that's kind of cool. Will, if you got more time, can you look at more things today? Probably not. I try to limit the streams to about an hour because that's about all my internet could take before it decides to kill itself. Yeah, it's been a bit stable, but I don't want to go on too terribly long. Plus, I also am limited on time because my buddy called me last night and saying that his car won't start and needs help. So I gotta go and help figure out why the fuck his car ain't starting because I'm a fucking mechanic. I work on everything. I worked on cars for 5 years. I've worked on industrial air compressors for a year and a half and probably about to be even more. And then my parents, they just, whenever they need shit worked on at their house, apparently now I'm a general contractor and I work on all that shit. So basically, anytime shit breaks, the people call me. So, not sure. Apart from the Marauder, I don't know how many campaign crafts, but I don't think I'm the original person who thought of it. No, you're not the original person that thought of the revolving cram gun. I've seen people do that a lot. And do it a lot. So, it's not original, but just because it isn't original doesn't mean that it ain't cool as fuck and you shouldn't make it. So, yeah. Crams just never made sense to me. APS always made more sense to me. I don't know why, but that's just how it is. Built many, not good, but many, yeah. Alrighty, well, I think that will do us for this session of Wrenches Wreckfest. Thank you all for watching and submitting your craft for the Wrenches review. Some of y'all have got some pretty cool ass shit that you got going. Mainly you, Ginger. I envy your ability to build those modern ships. Those are pretty fucking badass. But thank you all again for submitting everything. If you want your designs reviewed and roasted and stuff, make sure to join the Discord and post it inside of the Wrenches Wreckfest tab in the Discord server, and then I'll review them next Sunday. So again, we do the Wrenches Wreckfest every Sunday at 11:30 CTE. If any of that changes, then I'll make an announcement in the channel so you all know. But thank you all for watching.